Hey everybody, welcome back, and I'm doing an episode in my complex pixelmon server. I'm on the yellow server, and I decided to do this episode for a couple of reasons. I mean, I wasn't going to do it because I don't like doing episodes on servers because I chat and my computer doesn't really like it. But I kind of want to have a little bit of, I don't know, uh, I've had a little discrepancy with the server. So there's these three omegas. An omega is like a title you get if you spend your daddy's paycheck and, you know, manipulate people into doing what you want. That's a part of how you get omega. Actually, you know what? Let's not even go down that road. Let's skip that road. Let's talk about what's going on here first, and then we're gonna get into the bare bones of what's actually going on. So in this level, I am breeding rookities and shelters and morels. Morels is a mushroom in like real life, so I'm thinking that's what this is after. But the morels in real life are tan and have like a pitted surface, and this is purple and bulbous. So there's a little discrepancy there, but you know what? I'm not splitting hairs. And I got my monkey that farts fire. Come on, fart fire. Do it. What are you doing? Fart fire. Okay, so he doesn't want to fart right now, but he farts fire. It's a real thing. Calling me a liar. Typical. And then down here is I built this second level where I'm breeding battle perfect. Well, these are all battle perfect. I'm breeding battle perfect Porygons, battle perfect Duskulls, battle perfect Tortinators. The eggs go by the female, so the female does whatever the female is, that's what the egg's going to be. So this is the boy, that's the girl. The girl's going to be what the egg turns out to be. And they're all battle perfect, like I said. I'm doing these cute little crabs, which are awesome as they are, but their evolved version kind of sucks. They're like a block of like gross rock that has a crab sticking out of it. I'm not a big fan. It's like Crustal or something. Not a huge fan of that, but this version's pretty cool. And here we got Zangoose and Oranguru, and this is breeding Zangooses because Oranguru is one of the rare Pokemon that needs a 0 in defense, and I didn't know. Yeah, I think it's 0. No, 0 in speed, and I didn't know that ahead of time, so I bred it to be 100%. So this Oranguru is 100% IVs, which is like, if you're not a Pixelmon fan, 100% IV is like the best you can get. It's 31s in every stat. So, yeah. He's the best he can be if he was any Pokemon aside from Oranguru. Now, over here, I got Battle Perfect Stuffles breeding out. And over here, I'm working on Battle Perfect Sandshrews for the next gym. And then I got Mareeps and Porygons and so on and so forth. And we look into my box here. I got, these are my gym teams. I'm on the Ice Gym right now, which is like the 11th gym, give or take. So I'm on like the 11th gym. And these are the ones I'm breeding. Aside from these guys, Ditto's pretty rare, so I keep them in the breeding box because that's pretty much what they're good for. These are some random high IV Pokemon that I just put aside for sale, but we're gonna get into that later. We're gonna get into the selling point later. Here's these are some more. They're just some random that have, decent IVs and are rather popular on the server in normal circumstances, at least in my opinion. Oranguru's rare. Onyx not so much. Lapras is ish. Tortinator is ish. Dradudagon? I don't really know how rare it is, but I don't see a lot of people having BP, and I have them BP. Oh no, I don't have the BP. I have them like really close to BP. And then I have EVs that are real close to BP as well, and that's another fan favorite. So that's that. Now all these that you see in this box, and this box, and those two boxes are BP incorrect natures. So yeah, they're pretty much as best as they can get, aside from their nature. And in this box, and this box, and this box, and this box, these are all literally battle perfect. They're pretty much as good as they get. You can get some with different natures, you can get some with a hidden ability, but as far as breeding's concerned, on a normal player standpoint, these are pretty much as good as it gets. So, as you can see, I probably spent about 4 months on this server. Things have been mediocre. I mean, you know, it's standard pay to win. So you see people that get special treatment because they spend more money. And it it's kind of understandable in a way, but in some points, like, you know, pay to win means you get let's go into slash kits here. Pay to win, your bonus is these kits. If you pay to win and you spend your daddy's paycheck on these here different things, you get, you know, these bonuses. Different like legendary keys, shiny keys, cosmetic keys, different things to make your character look pretty and have better Pokemon. And, you know, that's whatever. And if you're free to play, this is what you get. And I'm at Prodigy right now, but that's besides the point. So the problem is, the server doesn't just give them the kits; they get almost all the legendaries too. So if I do slash LL, that's not LL, slash LL, that is last legend. These are the legends that spawned in the last 7 hours, and 7 hours prior to that, and 7 hours prior to that. Within the last 24 hours, it gives you a list of 3 or 4 legends that spawn. You get one every 7 hours, and one random along the way. So, you go into here, and so here, okay. So Thundoris spawned 37 minutes ago. I just missed it. I went out, I was drinking and weed whacking, you know, doing what I do, and I just missed this spawn. I just came in like 20 minutes ago, and, you know, I missed this spawn. And this person right here, Kitten 9809, Kitten 9809, is actually someone I haven't seen before. But if you go down here to 5 hours and 19 minutes prior, this was the random spawn of the day, was a Latias, went to Watermelon. Now this Watermelon guy, he's one of the higher up people. He's one of the big bad mammal jammals that spend, you know, money and don't have a life outside of this, or, you know, manipulate people to play for them or cheat, maybe. Not pointing fingers, but you never really know. And then this Ecuadorian guy's another one. Now, these both guys I don't really have beef with, but the facts are the facts. Whenever you see a legend spawns, it goes to Watermelon, it goes to Ecuadorian, it goes to this Viggy guy, it goes to this guy named Nick. There's this guy here, he's one of the new up-and-coming, you know, server dogs is what I call them. The people that get what they want because they pay money or they know somebody instead of playing fair. But anyways, let's get into this. So this is my BP shop. People do it on the server. They get their Pokemon to Battle Perfect, and they get a couple stocked up, and they make a little shop, and they're like, hey, you know what, these are the guys that I have for sale. So I started making one. Right now, it's fairly bland, fairly open, you know. I only got 7 so far. But, you know, I got 2 floors that I can work on. But right now, this is what I got. It's not great, but it is a BP shop that I worked for, and it is what it is. And I'm not upset about it. But this is my house. That's my bridge. This is my hillside that I made for whatever god-awful reason. I decided that changing the entire hillside for terracotta would look cool. And it does, and I love it, but it's probably a big waste of time. But hey, it's whatever. And then if you go up here, up this here marvelous staircase I built, you can see my dollar store arena is what I call it. I made this out of all the diorite, granite, and andesite that I had laying around, and then a couple little cosmetic blocks to kind of like beef up the look, but I call it my dollar store arena. Yeah, it's a pretty cheap version. I like it because it isn't like the huge arena that's at work. So, like, if people come over to actually battle, which happens on rare occasion, we can play, and we don't have to like jump down to the center of the arena to actually fight each other. so we can play from the podium, which is pretty cool. But anyways, now let's get into my problem. So I want you guys to know I'm on the Complex Pixelmon server. This server is, Complex Pixelmon. It has all the colors, red, blue, yellow, whatever crap you want to come up with. And for the most part, it's pay to win. And that's kind of like how they run things. And you know what? It's whatever, it's a good way to make money, I guess. Whatever floats their boat. But now, the problem that I have is that if we go into tab here, and I pull up this here interface that has all the players, if you see on the left-hand side, the sixth one down, bear x underscore x. Okay, so I traded him, and I'll show you guys, because I talked to the mods too, and they said it was completely fair. But let me show you to clarify, so you guys know what you're getting into if you watch my video and then you come to play the server. So I traded him these guys for this guy, and if you do /gives, which is give IVs, it's another command. It shows their, all their stats and their price, all their stats and their price, and all their stats and their price, and a BP Absol goes for 540 to 600 as like the standard prices. You can't go any lower because of some economic BS. And same with this. So these two were 1.2 million as a pair, and this was 1.25 million in itself. So this was the trade I made. I traded two of these guys for this. And then 6 hours later, literally 6 hours, give or take 30 minutes, I come back in the house, and I jump back on Pixelmon, and that Viggy guy and a couple of the other Omegas are badgering me to give the dude his Groudon back. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I gave him a breeding pair of Absols, which are worth 1.2 million, for a 1.2 million legendary, and he just spent the last 6 hours breeding them, and now he wants his trade back? I'm sorry, that's not how this works. I'm not going to give him back, his legend, for him to give me back the Pixelmon that he has already breeded, and, got his from. Because then, pretty much he gets two breeding pair of Absols with, perfect stats, and I get nothing. He gets his Groudon back, and I don't get anything. So this turned into a big thing, right? And then I talked to one of the people that played on the server for a while. His name is the Young Nick, and he's fairly cool with me, I guess. And I don't want to cause him any trouble, but because he never really gave me any real problems. I mean, there was a couple problems, but a couple of things that I have reason to believe happened, but I don't know. So I can't really, give beef. But if you look on the right-hand side, and he's about the sixth one down, give or take, there's Viggy time. And he's been harassing me for a really long time about this Groudon thing. So I get in touch with the mod, and the mod tells me, hey, you know what? It was a fair trade. What's done is done. Just like you think. It's over, So I thought, okay, it's cool. I'm going to get back on the server. I'm going to play. It's going to be fair. Everything's going to be fine. But Viggy Time, one of the Omegas, and a couple of the other Omegas, went and said, you know what, if you deal with or trade with another block, which is my screen name, you're going to be, shunned from our little Pixelmon cult. So now nobody will trade or deal with me because they think I scammed this guy, which everyone aside from the guy, which is still bugging me to trade him, by the way, different things, and the Omegas know I didn't scam him. So I'm like, I don't really know what to do here. So I contacted some of the mods in Discord, which I don't like Discord too much, but it kind of is what it is. If it's a means to an end per se. So I contacted some people in Discord, and I'm like, hey, this shit's going on. These people are bullying me and bullying other people, to not trade or play fair because for some reason, they don't like me. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know what? It's like high school all over again. Group cult mentality. And I was going to let it go. I thought, you know what? The mod will go and talk to them and be like, hey, you know what? What's done is done. Get over it. The trade was even. Bear X underscore X basically begged for it. And, it was an even cash trade. If he were to sell his Groudon, it'd be 1.2 million. And if I were to sell my Absols, they would be 1.2 million. So it was completely fair. And they have some big deal with this. And now nobody will deal with me. Nobody will talk to me. They pretty much shun me off the server. And if any of the new players deal with me, they'll shun them as well. So, that's some sort of, thing that happens here. And I just want to, I want to get it out there to let everyone know that this is how people run, this is how people run the server, and this is how the world is run. If you don't do what the people that are paying money tell you to do, you get shunned. And somebody needs to do something about this. And I really don't know. I really don't know where to start. I don't know where I can, dig my heels in, so to speak. Now I'm trying to figure out a good way of, getting this fixed. But I think that there's no chance of it actually getting fixed. I think that as long as, Viggy and Benny and these other people run this server, that they're going to control everything, and that's just how it's going to be. I'm going to try to open another ticket, and I'm going to try to get something resolved, but without them actually, literally harassing me, I can't really do anything. And because, nobody has to deal with me. Nobody has to do business with me. And they can say whatever they want to other players. If they don't harass me, they're within the guidelines of the rules, whether it being right or wrong. Hold that thought. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. So, with that being said, without them, particularly harassing me, they're not technically doing anything wrong. So if I go back to the mods, they're going to be like, blah, 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 blah. They spend their daddy's paycheck here. We can't help you. And I'm going to be like, well, you're right. They're not harassing me, but they're bad-mouthing me. And in the real world, in the world I grew up in the world I understood, that's called, by law, that's described as ruination of character. That's like going to... That would be like me going to get a job, and somebody going around telling everybody at the job that, I beat puppies and, steal children's souls. And, that's like... And they won't hire me because of that. That's what they call ruination of character. So, now, I can't literally prove this. I do have somebody that told me that it's fact, but I highly doubt they stand up to them because they pretty much, like I said, run the server. So, I'm pretty much putting this video out there so people know what they're getting into if they join the server. It's like, if you join the server, you have to follow the server dogs and be a scumbag, or you don't get to play you know, the fair game. But, so, where do I want to go with this? Alright, so, I just got done weed whacking. I finished off, I don't know, about a sixth of a bottle of wine. And I took the bottle down to my aunt's house, and she's doing some sort of weird little bottle painting thing. And so I gave her the bottles so she could paint them. And I came back home, and I decided to hop back on the server. And I've been talking to different people to see if I could sell. Well, I've been putting it in chat to see if I can sell different, like, you know, Battle Perfect things, or like Pokeballs, or random vanilla things. And nobody will message me back. One guy messaged me back, said like, hey, I'm interested in a Battle Perfect Porygon, but it gotta be, you know, XYZ nature. And I was like, sorry, man, I ain't got that. He's like, I gotta go check something, and I'll come back, and, you know, maybe I'll want it. And he's like, oh, I don't want it. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine, you know, no big deal. And, you know, I'm not too broken up about it, but, you know, I'm selling, like, Pokeballs at, like, half price what the store would, because I have more than enough, because I always do the hunt, and the hunt gives you Pokeballs, good Pokemon, and money. And that's the one function of the server that I actually enjoy. So I get an excess of various Pokeballs. So I've tried to, like, find somebody to buy them, but now nobody will buy off of me because of what they're doing. Now, my problem with the situation is, a guy that played the server for a much longer than me, myself, and all of the mods I talked to, which were like 3 or 4, said that everything was completely fair. Why did I just use fake out? What the heck am I doing? Come on, focus. Focus, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? But, so I'm trying to expose what's going on in this game and what's going on around me in real life. Because this is a lot alike. When I first started this server, things were okay. I mean, I could sense something weird. Like, I'm not doing that whole, like, oh, it doesn't even, why did I choose this guy? You guys are distracting me. But, when I first started the server, I kind of had the, this sixth sense, mystical power crap of, like, you know, something isn't right. People don't seem to be treating me like they treat other people. But I read it off, and I thought it was no big deal. But then, as soon as they had something they could bite into, as soon as they had something they could grasp a hold of, they ran with it, man. They tried to claim that they scammed that kid, and they told everybody that I'm a scammer. I never scammed anybody. I went by price. Everyone that meaned anything aside from the people spending money knew that I did the right thing. So, I guess long and short of the situation, I don't want to keep on this. I don't want to keep whining, so to speak, about, you know, how things are unfair, because if you're like me, if you're in this world and you're like me, by this point, you already know things are unfair. So I don't want to, like, you know, dwell on the topic. I don't want to dwell on it. But the fact of the matter is, if you play the server, and I'm going to try to get this out there the best I can, if you play the server, prepare yourself to do what they say and join in with their little group, because if you don't, and if you try to do your own thing or they don't like you, they will get you to quit. They will make you hate playing and make sure you can't join in and get you to quit. Because that's what they're doing to me. And the mods won't do anything as long as it's against people that are spending money. Now, if I dropped $50 on the game and got an Omega rank or whatever rank, if I got a decent rank in the game, they might help me. But, you know, that's not the case. And I'm not putting it all on the mods. I understand that they got a boss too. Just like in life, that, you know, the things that are going on ain't right, but the people executing the things that ain't right have a boss as well. and it doesn't make it. It doesn't make it right. Being the server dog or the real life dog to whatever boss you have, it doesn't necessarily. Hang on. Yeah. Right now.
I said tomorrow, not
12:02. So, yeah, that was my grandmother trying to take my food order, I suppose. But she said, "What time do you want me to make jalapeno sausages?" And I'm like, "Right now." She's like, "Oh, well, I meant tomorrow." So I'm like, 12:02. To me, that's a correct answer. But hey, you know what? Most people don't get that. You know, it's the shame that, some people don't see the humor in it, and other people will take it too far. I guess that's just another point I'm trying to make. Life lessons, I guess. Why do I keep using fake out? I can't use fake out unless I just joined in the battle. I blame you guys. It's all your fault. It's the viewers' fault. That's why I don't have that many subscribers. You guys don't want to spend money on me or watch me because I always blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for feeling the way that I blame you. No, I don't actually blame you guys. But I try to have like I don't know. I try to have like a sense of humor about it. But the fact of the matter is, and I have this here labeled as for children, but for children or for adults, regardless who's watching this, this is what we describe as a real life person as bullshit. It is bullshit. You know, somebody spends money and they have this sense of entitlement, and it's not right. I'll be posting this video pretty much immediately. Right now it's 9/18/2020. I'm going to post this video. I'm going to copy the link to the video, and I'm going to link it in all the people's videos that I watch. Chosen Architect, Direwolf 20, the Marlin Bates. I mean, I don't even care if they have anything to do with it. I'm linking the video in their description in their comments, so as many people that play Minecraft know about this because it is bullshit. And I'm going to hope that both my perspective of the game and my perspective of real life gets through to somebody, because what's going on is entirely bullshit. So, yeah, all I can do is hope that somebody, quote unquote, gets the picture. Maybe somebody a little bit that has a little more backing than I do could be like, listen, all right, you know what, this is crap. This shouldn't be happening in real life. This shouldn't be happening in a stupid pixelmon game. This is mob mentality. This is, everyone jump on the bandwagon. These people own okay, no, they don't own the server. They finance the server because they spend the money. And the people that own the server are too afraid to tell them, listen, you're wrong. You can't treat players this way. You're wrong. So they're either too afraid or they're part of it. I don't really know. That's not. Aw. It wasn't effective. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this guy with Kangaskhan. So, Diancies. I don't really know what type that Pokemon is. But I'm willing to bet that it's probably Fairy Steel or Fairy Insect. So we're going to try Frostlass. Now, Frostlass has a pretty good speed, and I also gave it Silk Scarf. That's why it has all attacking moves. So if I choose one, that's what I'm stuck with. Now, I usually go with Ice Beam, but I know it's part Fairy type, and I kind of feel like Ghost is good against Fairy. I don't know why I feel that way. I might be wrong. And then I have Blizzard, which is also good. So, I guess you guys get to see me make a bad decision. Let's do Ominous Wind. Was it good? Okay, it wasn't horrible. wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. But alright, let's try Embor. Let's see what he got. Some flame charge, maybe? It wasn't very effective either. What type is this Pokemon? Ah, okay, Psychic is good against fighting, I think, but Heat Crash should take care of it. Yeah, Heat Crash was a good move. So Heat Crash is a Fire-type move that is based off of the weight of the Pokemon. So Gardevoir shouldn't stand much of a chance. Now this guy, on the other hand, he has a little bit more defense against fire. But we switch over to Arm Thrust, he should be taken care of. Oh, he took me out. Look at that. Who do I have on my team? Muck or Galoisapod? I think we'll go with Muck. Muck's usually my token go-to guy. Muck has he hasn't perfect IV or anything, but he's pretty strong. He got me through the grass gym, which took a little bit of doing. By the way, if you play the server, something else that I want to make very apparent is that the gyms are way overpowered. Like, I want to say first the good part. The good part is it gives you something to work for. That's the good part. It takes a good long time to be able to actually take on the gyms, so it does give something nice server-wide for people to work for. At the same time, it's really discouraging for newer players or players that don't have their, Omega buddies that give them HA or let them cheat to get what they want, or trade them free HA Pokemon that are like level 100 to go take on the gyms, which is all, hypothetical. Just what I imagine actually happens. For instance, a guy that plays this, Joe, there he is right there. A big thanks to Joe for donating. Go figure. Go figure, the guy donates. That's how he gets his HA Pokemon. But Joseph, Viggy's buddy here, and wait. Bear will pop in the chat here in a second. Use another one, but I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. I imagine it's a girl, because I don't see any self-respecting guy having that screen name. But Mew's one that I don't see her doing too much in a negative sense. But there he is. I told you he'd be there. There's Bear in the chat. So Bear, Viggy, and Joe. Viggy's like Bear and Joe's like little mentor, I guess. So once they spend money, they're in it. They're good. They're gonna get what they want. But I don't remember what I was talking about. I lost train of thought, so to speak. But I'm gonna try to get this out there the best I can. I hope it's understood. Sorry, I did drink a sixth of a gallon of wine plus a beer already, so I'm not drunk, but I'm a little bit. My brain can be a little fuzzy from time to time, but I'm gonna try to get this whole video out there as much as I can. I'm gonna try to open another ticket, but I think they're pretty much gonna tell me to go F myself, and that's cool. It's their server. They wanna run it like this. Everyone's happy till they find the next guy to pick on. Is how I see it. So we have Graveler. Graveler's a rock type, ground type. So if we switch Pokemon to Glossopod, he'll change to another Pokemon. I'm almost guarantee it. So let's go straight for. Yeah, actually, I'm so for sure that he's going to change Pokemon. We're going to go with Pin Missile. And I was wrong. He's not going to change, then he's going to die. And he did. He died. Okay. Now, he's a bird type, rock type, which means we're both strong against each other. His bird type counters my insect type, and my water type counter his rock type. So, but I won that fight. So, this guy is ground normal, maybe? I don't really know. Like, the generations past, like, 4, I'm a little bit shaky on. But, apparently that did some damage. Audouin is a normal type Pokemon, which usually have a lot of HP, but are fairly weak. But apparently he's strong enough to take out my dude. Let's just, let's pop off a Kangaskhan. I have this little combo I do where I Mega Evolve and I do a Fake Out, which makes him flimp. Yeah, flimp. Makes him flinch, and then I pop right into a Dizzy Punch, which confuses him. So I take my first turn, I fake him out, I give him a little, like, flinchy thing, and then he's like, oh boy, what the heck's going on? And then I'm like, Dizzy Punch, and then he can't see what's going on again, and he hits himself in confusion, ends the battle, and I win. And it usually works, but it's one of those situations where, like, I'm in the battle tower right now, and these guys are all... These are... Okay, all these guys are like chump change. They're nothing. Compared to gym leaders, I could kill them all over and over again and never even sweat it. I don't even have to pick a certain team. I can usually take out an entire guy with like 1 or 2 Pokemon, if I'm really focused on it and I really think about it. But, the boss of the tower is on par, if not stronger, than the actual gym leaders. So, you know, that's something to take note of. So, he's like fighting one of these guys, I'd say 3 times. So, that's kind of like, I guess what I'm getting at there. But now I'm on the 5th floor. I am on the 5th floor, so there's 2 floors left, but I'm 36 minutes into the episode. I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to get this uploaded, and I'm going to start posting it in everybody's comments, and pray that people watch it, because, you know, like I said, this is complete bullcrap. So, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate what support you give me, and I'm glad you can be entertained by my content if you're still watching. I know I have like 4 or 5 subscribers now, which, compared to some of the big names and the people that, once again, pay for their fame, it's nice. I'm glad to see that anybody enjoys the content that I produce, and I do want to extremely apologize for not doing any more hands-on content of, like, stuff I build or things I do out in the woods, but without having a camera that actually works, that makes it very difficult. And if I carried the laptop around or used the phone, I would have a very short video because, one, the laptop's battery probably only lasts about an hour and it's heavy and bulky, so I wouldn't be able to carry it when I'm, you know, scaling down a cliff. And my cell phone will only do like 15-minute videos, and I don't have Wi-Fi. So yeah, that would be a whole other thing. So yeah, I do want to apologize because I would rather be doing that kind of stuff, but I don't have the capabilities of doing that kind of stuff. Now I'm probably going to have this video uploaded, get up there and try to take on the boss. You can see him up there through the thing, whatever his name is, Jebediah. I don't even know. But if you join the server, try not to tick off Viggy there. I thought Benny was on, but I guess not. Benny's another one. There was one other one. A guy that might help you out that is by no means not one of them, but he isn't a complete jerk, is Nick, young Nick. He's not a complete, like, you know, try hard in the server racism, but yeah. So thanks for watching. Try to spread this as much as I can. You guys too. If anyone's watching this enjoys my content, I'm not asking you for money. I don't want your money. We all work hard for what we got, especially if you're enjoying what I'm putting out there. Then I only imagine you work hard for what you got. So if it's not the money I want you to spread this as much as you can. I want you to tell everybody that if you want to find out what life is like for me, join the Complex Pixelmon server, because and tick off one of the big names, because that'll do it. So if you wanna you know, experience my life in a virtual reality sense, there you go. That pretty much does it. Because let's see. Okay, so one quick little test. It's 40 minutes deep. Let's pop in all of these guys. We'll take out our Mad Cargo. We'll drop that guy in there. Mad Cargo is the guy I use for hatching Pokemon. I gave him goggles. I don't know why. Don't judge me. And let's go into our Battle Perfect guys. These are like the best of the best. These are the best you can pretty much get on the server. Like long and short of it. I mean, there is the chance of getting better if you get like HA, which is hidden abilities. But these guys, I'll go into their gives real quick. This is give IVs. It's the command. Battle Perfect. See the BP at the top by the name? If you go down to their IVs, it's 90%. There's a 31 in all the IVs that are important. Duskull is a physical attacker, so he has a 31 in attack, but the special attack does not really matter. And if you look at the nature, it's Brave, which increases his attack and minuses its speed, which is probably not the best nature you could have. Like, if it had the whatever nature it is that increases attack and minuses special attack, that would be the best, but it's still a Battle Perfect nature all the same. Same with the Absol and the Dende. Now, if you look at the Dende, I have it unbreedable because I don't want people taking all my hard work and then just mass producing it. Because I got Dende from the ground up. This is my own BP. I bred this from scratch, which I did the same with like the Turtonator. No, I didn't do it with Turtonator. I did the same with Rookity, Duskull, I think Absol, and I think Chimchar. Turtonator, I got a BP Gumi to help me out with it, but these ones I did from scratch. And anyways, so I'm gonna put these guys in chat real quick. We got about 3 minutes till I should really end the episode. So I'm gonna throw these guys in chat and see if anybody says anything. Watch this. So Watermelon's on, Joe's on, Bear's on, and Viggy's on. Nobody's even gonna say anything back unless they're gonna do it to call me a liar, which is possible. So you put in braces team braces, or open braces team and braces team, and then you do for sell or trade BP's and BP's incorrect nature. PM me. So this is basically saying, hey, this is the team of guys I have for sale. This is only some of them. I have some with Battle Perfect, and I have some that are Battle Perfect with incorrect natures. Private message me. So that's like my translation. Ready for this? Okay, so we got about 2 minutes. Oh, I'll probably give it 3 or 4 just to see. Let's see if anybody messages back. I don't have my best in here. I actually have a Battle Perfect Porygon, which I'm fairly proud of, because I just got that a little bit ago. Actually, some guy broke the little clan rules and traded me a Porygon tail, but he got a really good deal. I think I gave him like a Battle Perfect Incorrect Nature Shelter, which is like 500,000 for a Porygon tail, which doesn't bother me because these are all the Battle Perfect Incorrect Natures I have. So it didn't really cost me much of anything, but he got like 10 times what a Porygon tail is actually worth. So he definitely made out, but within one day, I got 3 Battle Perfect Porygons, which each one is worth over 1 million. But the problem is, there's Benny now, with Benny and Viggy and Joe and Bear. They're seeing to it that, I'm not able to sell anything, which isn't any big deal, really. If you go to /GTS, this is all the stuff people have for sale. The command is /GTS, and if you want to sell something, it's /GTS sell, and then you choose, item or Pokemon. This is all the Pokemon people have for sale. You see, BPHA, Dragonites, which are, over 1 million, too. That's only 680. Wow, that's chump change. Where are we at? We'll go to my listings. These are the ones I have for sale. So I'm selling the since I traded off 2 of the Absols and the guy took advantage of it, breeded them, and tried to undermine me, I started selling a breeding pair of Absols for minimum price. So they're as cheap as you can get for 540. Then I have a Ditto for 360. I have my Battle Perfect Denden, the Denden, for 350, which is, I think, pretty cheap, but it's unbreedable, so that's why it's cheaper. And then I have this guy, bum 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 bum, Porygon. Now he's not Battle Perfect. He's not even like full on ready. Like, he's actually a fairly bad one compared to my other ones, and he's still worth over $1 million. But I have had these on GTS for like maybe 2.5 days, 3 days. Not a single person has even thought about, as far as I know, has even thought about buying anything. So let's do team. Now these are the real good ones. Getting Battle Perfect Porygon isn't easy. Let's see if anybody says anything for that. Now, for retrospect, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Times 3 is 42? 42 people online. Oh, somebody actually messaged me, but this is the guy that actually caused half the problems in the first place. After the Groudon thing. I've still been helping him out because I'm not a giant jerk. But, you know. Let me say, I finally got the tail and crafted it. And bred it with my good Ditto. Till I finally got BP. I got lucky. And the Porygon had the 31 stat I needed. And I highly doubt they even respond, because as you can see, these guys pretty much took over the chat. We got Ecuadorian. He's no longer AFK, but he's one of the guys that are like, I don't really have a beef with him. Like, I don't think so. But, you know, I don't know really who's pulling the strings. But Viggy, Joe, and Bear are kind of like rolling the chat like when they're on. And you see, no one's gonna respond. You see, they're all suckling on the Omega. I don't know how much I can say on YouTube without it being like a no. So I try to limit my swearing and stuff. I don't think bullshit is too bad, because, you know, it's an item in the world. As you can see, these are all like, you know, everything's pretty much at minimum price, and no one will buy anything from me because of what they're doing. And these are pretty much as good as it gets. Like I said, there are better out there, but this is pretty much as good as it gets. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna post this up everywhere. Everywhere. And I might even put in the Discord, maybe. I think I'm gonna, like, before I do that, I think I might delete everything so nobody can get their grubby little hands on it. And then I'll just stop playing. I'll put it in the Discord and be like, you know what, that's it. Because I traded for this Tapalili, and this is the only legend out of 4 months of playing. This is the only legend I ever caught legit. These guys are from Orbs, which you could work for. I grinded them out. This was a trade that started the I hate another block revolution. I can't remember what I traded for this, or maybe I bought it. I don't really remember. I didn't really want it, but I didn't have it, so I was like, whatever, I'll do it. And then a lot of these guys, which I got rid of my Gengar today, but the shinies, I don't care too much. I think it's like Pokemon's way of like finding the cheapest way to make money. They're like, oh, we'll just change the skins of the Pokemon and charge people extra. And, you know, that's like an okay thing. The only ones I actually caught, legit, was Sentret, Pupitar, Pupitar, and Ekans. Maybe Carbink. Or maybe I got a shiny crate key from one of the sea falls. I'm not sure. This is my starter. This I got from a random vote thing. And then this guy is a skin, as well as my Den is also a skin. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like trash all this stuff and then just quit. But I think I'm gonna post this on I'm gonna post this video probably on the Discord as well. But thanks for watching, guys, and catch you next time. I know I said that like 3 times, but this time it's for real.